So let's see how we can reset this form. To solve this problem, I expected you to do some research and find out how we can reset a Formic form. So hopefully you came across this page, Formic API reference. Look at the onSubmit event. The function that we use for handling this event has two parameters. The first parameter is values, which is the values in the form. The second parameter is FormicBag. So FormicBag is an object that contains a subset of injected props and methods. So all the methods with names that start with set, like setFieldTouched, setFieldValue, all these methods plus resetForm are available here. Now look at this note. Errors, touched, and status are not included in FormicBag. So back to our code. Here's our handle submit function. Currently we have only a single argument here. Let's add another argument that is FormicBag. So this is an object. We can destructure it and pick the resetForm property, which is a function. Now, if everything goes well, then we're going to call resetForm. Let's see what happens. So let's post this. All right. Our form is partially reset. So the image and category fields are cleared, but the title and price fields still have a value. However, let's see what happens if we post the form one more time. We got all these validation errors. So internally, we don't have any values for these fields. We just have some values visually appearing on the form. When you face problems like this, always ask yourself, what are the differences between these input fields? So both these input fields are instances of form field component. Category is an instance of form picker component. So let's quickly compare these two components. Here in the forms folder, we have form picker. Let's open it, as well as form field. So here we're using this picker component. We have a bunch of props, but most of these props are irrelevant in this problem. For example, the items that we show to the user, or the number of columns, or the width, these are irrelevant. They have nothing to do with the state of the form. But look at this prop, onSelectItem. So when we select an item, in this implementation, we call the setFieldValue function. But in form field, when the text is changed, we use the handleChange function. So that is one difference. The other difference is that in form picker, we have this prop, selected item. So we are setting this to the value in the form. But in form field, we haven't set this prop. So to solve this problem, let's bring setFieldValue and values objects. Now we don't want handleChange anymore. So these are the properties and functions that we need. Now, to handle this event, we pass a function that takes the text, and here we call setFieldValue. We give it a name and the text values. Next, we set the value. We set it to values of name. So these were the only differences we had between these two components. Let's see if this solves our problem. So save. Let's add a new listing. Okay, post. All the fields are reset. Let's post the form one more time. We get all the validation errors. Let's fill it out one more time to make sure that our form state is maintained properly. Okay, our form is perfectly reset.